Damaged and snowbound, awaiting recovery, eyes seared from jungle fires and late nights of penetrating darkness. The waiting lounge is Cold War grey, paranoia and caffeine frazzle, we regret to announce. The gabardine hyenas at the bar are starting early, all pockmarked bravado and shaving rash smiles. They shuffle uncomfortably and eye with suspicion the Lone Star cruisers and lovelorn dreamers, combination cases of guilt and repression, bloodshot and static and longing. All dreams for purchase in a war-torn world. The sad-eyed lady sings from the walls, fluffed and fakery, clean and calm, sorrow for sale through the neon buzz, duty-free and sweet-perfumed, floating past the newsstand roll call, disarming sugar light, the cameras are rolling. We stare at the monitors, unable to leave the waiting lounge until our gate is called. The sound of revolution is not the crack of gunfire. The sound of revolution is not a switchblade swish. The sound of revolution is not the screaming on the streets or the bullhorn instruction to clear the area. The sound of revolution does not reside in the Commons or the Lords or down at Speaker's Corner. The sound of revolution cannot be found on a TV channel or a radio panel show. The sound of revolution is not in a thrashed guitar or a didgeridoo at a poetry slam or in spoken word. The sound of revolution will not be heard on Mumsnet or YouTube or SoundCloud. The sound of revolution is not one voice or a choir of protest on Parliament Square. The sound of revolution can be found if you place your ear to the ground and listen in silence as a small green shoot cracks through the expanse of sun-dried soil, as a gasping fish swims beyond the slick of ill-spilt oil, as the bird song returns to a summer's morn, and in your breath you hear the sound of revolution. We live for cheap supermarkets with international stock, the reticent middle class of Middle England. We worry about the wars and the parking charges, the discriminatory nature of our government's bills. We squabble when the money is tight and bicker over our working class ancestry. We are civilly disobedient when the situation calls, and obediently civil to lax waiters and traffic wardens. We cry in private when our loved ones die from inexplicable cancers and look into the eyes of our pets for condolence. We have friends on the continent, we are citizens of the world, yet we avoid certain streets in our beloved hometown. The fairy lights in the garden provide a grotto to no God, whilst our scented candles enhance our well-being. We contemplate the gym, yet it remains a foreign land. Part-time Buddhists with Catholic guilt, we only discuss the other faiths behind closed doors for fear of offending or being considered politically incorrect. We log on to our social media in fear that the virtual world might move on without us. Hashtag LOLWTF. Pills to keep us awake and pills to help us sleep. Therapy is the new normality, caffeine-free and embracing our anxiety. Our illness is never discussed, our distress remains publicly concealed. We are 21st century, alone and dying, history in the making. A minor experiment in paranoia and as normal as the rest. Our past rewritten by paedophile TV presenters. Press delete, erase, eradicate, reinvent. We're okay, can't complain. The future is bright, the future is unwritten. Turn off the lights when you leave. Life is a game show and love is the prize. We are all extras and the camera is rolling. Everything is available on catch-up, free view and pay to play. Photoshopped and auto-tuned to within an inch. Text me sometime. Smiley face. LUVX.